They ought to put his face on a dollar bill. Takes all the fun out of being a liberal. He's spreading the truth from coast to coast, and he's much better looking than your average host. Rusty Humphries Rebellion. The Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
Oh, let's get ready to start the show. Well, how are you? And welcome. My name is Rusty Humphries, and this is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. We are going to go on live in just a couple of minutes. I want to hear from you. I want you to check in. Let me know who you are, where you are a deplorable from. Here's the question. Got a couple of good ones for you. First of all, what's worse, Trump's little potty mouth or Chelsea Handler and her homophobic remarks? We'll get into that in just a second. Again, you got to check in. You got to let us know who you are. I want to know who you are, where you're deplorable from. I can't say hi to you unless I don't see you. Beverly's there. She's in Missouri. You can do the same thing. Check in. I want to say hi to you. So we're going to go live right after the official start of the show. In just a couple of minutes. Justin's there, deplorable from Utah. Tamara is there in Florida. And more all coming up here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. That's a direct order. Do it now.
He's been put down, ripped off, cut open. Now he's unleashed. The American insurgency starts now. This is Rusty Humphries Rebellion Radio.
Well, hello, my brother from another mother. How are you, my sister from another mister? Hello, welcome. This is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. We are powered by the nice folks at Right Wing News. You can see us on Right Wing News. Also, our nice friends at Liberty One TV. Have you subscribed there yet? We're sponsored tonight by the nice folks at HearMeOut app. It's the HearMeOut app. You heard the story today about, thanks to James O'Keefe, that we know for a fact that Twitter is silencing conservative voices. It's a fact. We knew it was happening. James O'Keefe proved it by interviewing some of the past and current employees at Twitter. They admitted to it, and they're not the only ones. So the only way to get around these SOBs is to, number one, share this video right now. Share it to your Facebook page. Then follow me on where you can find my podcast, Rusty Humphries Rebellion, iTunes, Stitcher, or iHeartRadio. Comment. Be engaged. Let me know who you are. This is how we go around them, too. They start going, wow, golly jeepers. People are watching the show. That's good. And then go and download the HearMeOut app, HearMeOut app, to your iPhone or your Android. Just go to the right store, download it, and follow me. It's a lot of fun. It's like Twitter, but use your voice. And we're now live on Liberty One TV, which is great. We love them. And if you're watching on Liberty One or any other page, please check in right now. I want to see who you are. Let's see here. Who do we have here? Barbara in Washington State. We've got Judy in Illinois, Denise in North Carolina. Ronald is in Texas. Wendy's there saying, hello, Rusty, watching from South Carolina. How you doing, Wendy? Robert is there from California. Carol is in Massachusetts. Larry is in New Hampton, New Hampshire. Dylan is a deplorable. He's deplorable Dylan in North Florida. Northern California, that's where Rick is. Stephanie checking in from Pennsylvania. Billy says hi. John is there in Rabun County, Georgia. Denise says hello. Ray says, oh, FYI, Hillary is some home popping Prozac, slamming shots of Crown Royal, upset she lost the election. Make America Great Again, says Blake. Jesse checking in from Kentucky. Broward, Illinois. Deplorable Blake. Brian's there from Tennessee. Jessica shared the video. Love it. Hi, Rusty. Deplorable. From that rotten St. Clair County in Illinois. Okay. More of you share. More of you check in. If you haven't shared the video yet, there's a lot going on today. First of all, let's get into, let's see here. Johnny is checking in from New Mexico. Ruby is from Texas. Hey, guys, we'll get some more of you as well. Okay, let's take a look at some. First of all, oh, my goodness. Donald Trump said something that it's got people all over the world crying. Donald Trump, he's such a mean man. Now, let's remember what's happening here, okay? This is exactly why Oprah may be running for president and exactly why we should be concerned, okay? Because we are not dealing with reason and logic. We're not dealing with people who think. We're only dealing with feelings now. That's it. That's all we're dealing with is feelings. Someone's feelings get hurt. That is far more important than pretty much anything else. Okay? Now, Donald Trump was in a private meeting in the White House and said, this according to the Washington Examiner, it's a conservative publication in D.C., Trump tells lawmakers that Haiti and El Salvador, African nations, are blank hole countries in a White House meeting. Washington Post, citing 2 people briefed on the meeting, reported Trump grew frustrated, lashed out at lawmakers over possibly restoring protections for immigrants from Haiti, El Salvador, and African nations. Why are we having all these people from the blank hole countries come here, said Trump. Okay, who was in the meeting, by the way? Trump was in the meeting with Senator Lindsey Graham, Senator Dick Durbin, Tom Cotton of Arkansas, and Representative Bob Goodlatte from Virginia. Well, first of all, we know, let's just put it on Lindsey Graham, certainly Dick Durbin leaked that. And maybe one of Dick Durbin's assistants. Let's just be honest. But okay, so Donald Trump said the S word, which again I'm trying to be FCC compliant, even though I don't have to. I'm on the internet. I can say any blanking thing I want to, but I still like to keep it family friendly. Have you ever been to those countries? That's my first question. I have. Let's see, what countries are we talking about here? We're talking about, again, Haiti, El Salvador, and multiple African nations. I've been to multiple African nations, and I got to tell you, it's unimaginable if you've never been there. The asshole comment that Donald Trump said does not even come close to giving a good explanation of what we're dealing with. It's awful. I told the story the other night of going into Darfur and meeting a young boy who had been a slave the week before. His mother was a slave. His father probably was the slave owner. And I gave him a plastic bottle of water and a pack of beef jerky, and it was like I handed him the keys to a Ferrari. He couldn't comprehend that I was actually giving him something that incredible. A bottle of water and a pack of beef jerky. He couldn't comprehend it. And so, yeah, these are some of the worst places in the world. And Donald Trump has a great point where the left doesn't want to talk about it. Why are we bringing all of these people that are undereducated, underskilled, bringing them to the greatest country in the world and doing that to the detriment of people who do have more education and more skills? Well, you only want people from white countries. I don't care what country you're from. See, that's that identity and racial politics. That's the racism of the Democrat Party. Racism is where you put a race above somebody else. I don't do that. I'm saying, why are we not expecting the best and the brightest who are prepared to be in America, who have studied our culture, understand our language, have some money behind them, and are able to survive without us taking care of them for the next couple of generations. Why is that bad? Now, I do understand there are some bad places. There are. And people go, oh, Donald Trump talking about people living in huts. They do live in huts. I've seen it. I've been in the huts. It's awful. And of course, it's not in every country. Rusty Humphries says every country around the world living in huts. Shut up. I'm talking specifically about places I went in Africa. Is everybody living in a hut in Africa? No. But we have to be honest. See, the left wins by lying. They use emotion. They change facts and figures. They lie about their opponents because to the left, the ends always justify the means. The right, we win when we tell the truth. But the problem is that we are always so afraid of being called a racist, so afraid of the words that the left throw around, that politicians are afraid of standing up for what they're supposed to believe in. And that's when we lose. You know, let's see here. Comments have come less than a month after Trump reportedly said in a meeting that people in Haiti all have AIDS and people from Nigeria who had immigrated to the U.S. would never go back to their huts. Do they have proof of those comments? Number one. Number two, if Haiti is still a mess, there's one guy to blame for that. Well, it was a big hurricane and stuff there. That's correct. And then does anybody remember who came to save the day? Send all the... Hey, how you doing? I'm Bill Clinton. Here's what I want you to do. And back, let me tell you something. I've been to Haiti. The devastation's been horrible. And what I want you to do right now is send me and the Clinton Foundation your money, your donations. And we will go and help those people. We'll help those. I'm sorry. Just give me a few minutes here. I'm trying to compose myself. We will send and we will take care of those people in Haiti. All you have to do, we've got this big rock concert going on, and Bruce Springsteen and all those hip rockers, they're up there and they're singing, and all the donations are going to go to the Clinton Foundation. We're going to go down to Haiti, and we're going to help those people out. And yet, the money hasn't gone there. Some, a little bit, a taste. I saw a documentary on Netflix, and it was about Haiti, and it was about how one of the things that's happened is we bought a whole bunch of rice from America, right? Our American government bought a bunch of rice, and we shipped it down to Haiti, and it all sound great, but first of all, the Haitian people, rice isn't their staple, number one. And number two, it put out of business all the people there that did grow rice and sell rice. Because why would you buy rice when you get it free from America? So we have a problem in this country. We continue to fall for the lies. We continue to fall for the emotion. I went back 8 years. And I found a song. I didn't make a video for this. This is a long time ago. And I don't know if I can fast forward here. But it was a song. It was before Barack Obama. He was running for president. And it's the same thing I've been telling you about Oprah Winfrey, where people go, oh, she has no chance. And I say, don't count her out, because she doesn't say anything. That big speech that the Democrats are all going all crazy for, it was all emotion. And it's the same thing Barack Obama did. And I'm looking and listening to this song. I'll play a little bit of it because you want to hear his speech, because, again, he never said anything. Dolly says, truth is why we can no longer speak the truth without the left going bananas. Blake's checking in. Hey, y'all. Terry's watching. How you doing, Terry? Heather is here. Says, I'm born and raised in Boston. I love his tone because he's got huge balls and backs up everything he says. I'm proud of my president. Go Trump. Doris says, yep, their feelings are getting hurt. Ruby says, boo-hoo. The left cry about everything if they don't get their way. That's true. But again, let's understand what they're doing. Emotion. It's very easy to manipulate people that don't pay attention. Think about your friends that don't really pay attention to politics. I grew up a Democrat. My mom was a Democrat. My daddy was a Democrat. My grandpapa was a Democrat. I'm a Democrat too. Well, do you know why? Well, I'm in the union. And the Republicans are for the big business guys and the Democrats are for the little guy. Yeah, but they're not. Well, you can't tell me that. Listen to this great speech. Oprah made me cry. Barack Obama was so inspiring. He was inspiring, but he didn't say anything. I'll play just the song that I did 9 years ago now. And again, it was about the same thing Barack Obama did that they're going to try to have Oprah do as well.
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me. Barack, you just don't realize what you do to me.
The future will not be denied.
When you tell me all those things so light, you let me know everything's alright. And I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you'll take care of me. Words as sweet as candy, and hope stays on my mind. Barack, you keep me hungry for another empty line. I got it bad for Obama, but I don't need no cure. I'll just stay addicted and hope I can endure. You say nothing when you start to preach. Keep it up, man. I dig an empty speech, 'cause I'm hooked on a feeling.
Out of many we are one.
I'm how believing that you'll take care of me.
Our time for change has come. We can cast off our doubts and fears and cynicism. Yes, we can reclaim that dream. Yes, we can heal this nation.
You say nothing when you start to preach. Keep it up, man. I dig an empty speech.
Okay.
'Cause I'm hooked on a
So you get an idea. It's true. He says, and Oprah will say, and Democrats will say, they say nothing. I dig it when you start to preach. Keep it up, man. I dig an empty speech. And that's what most Democrats are saying when they don't even know what they're saying. At least Donald Trump got up there and said something. I'm going to build a wall. I'm going to make Mexico pay for it. His illegal immigration problem is a problem, and we need to look at it. We need to drain the swamp. We need to get some of these people that have been living there for too long and getting rich off of you and me. They got to be taken down. Yeah. Anyway, Dan's talking about, yes, the fake Clinton Foundation to help Haiti after the massive earthquake. Yes. Yep, Dan says he heard that song back in the day in WDBO in Orlando. Yeah, that's a great station. And that was, and again, it's true. It's true, and that's why I'm telling you, don't count Oprah out. Okay, so the other thing was... So the left has gone crazy today. Crazy, go nuts that Donald Trump would dare call a bunch of countries that are in really, really bad shape blank holes. Now, by the way, what do they all have in common? Socialism. Bad governments. I don't think he said the people were crappy. I think he just said the countries were crappy, and the countries are indeed crappy. They are. They will admit it if they're honest. If they weren't crappy and didn't need help, why are we giving them so much money every year? I mean, I don't know about you, but when I'm doing pretty good, I don't need people giving me money. Right? Or is it just a scam? Anyway, so Donald Trump gets in trouble for using that word. And the other, constant war is another one. Folks forget what happened in Sudan. Been to Sudan. Sudan would be another one of those countries that is in bad shape. What happened? Good question. I'm glad you asked me. I'm going to paraphrase it. But basically in Sudan, the north are Arab Muslims. The south is black Christians. And you say, how can you do a big swath like that? You got to understand, in most places in the world, it's not like you choose your religion. I'm going to be a Buddhist. I'm going to be a Christian. I'm going to be a Protestant. I'm going to be a Muslim. I'm going to be whatever. No. It's not what it is in most places in the world. You are born Muslim. You're born a Christian. You are born a Jew. You're born whatever. And that's it. There's no changing. It is your identity. Okay? In America, it's different. And that's good. I believe you should have the choice to believe what it is you want to believe. But in most places in the world, it doesn't work that way. Africa, one of them. Again, in North Sudan, Arab Muslims. South Sudan, black Christians. One day, the Arab Muslims went, wait a second. Y'all down there in the South have oil? And the Southern Sudanese went, yeah, we got oil down here. Wait. Y'all got oil? Yeah, we got oil. And you're Christians? Yeah. And you're black? Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're in the north, and we got more money and stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down, we're going to take your oil, and by the way, you're all going to live under Sharia law. And the Christians in the South, to paraphrase Arnold Jackson in the great philosopher of the TV show, Different Strokes. They said, what you talk about, North? And the North says, oh, yeah, your guys are all going to be under Sharia law. We're just going to take over that part of the country, and we're going to take the oil, and you're going to be under Sharia law. And they went, no, we're not. And they said, oh, yeah, you are. And there was this huge war for about 20 years, and millions of people died. Awful. Horrible. Terrible. Okay? Over the past few years, the war has stopped, and they have split the country in two. The north is, again, Arab Muslim. The south is black Christian, and the black Christians are able to keep some of their oil money, and that's what it is. Now, they don't want to tell you that on the left. They never want to say it's a religious thing and a race thing, because that doesn't fit the narrative, because the only people that can be bad are white Americans, I guess. This is what we're being told. White Christian Americans, white conservative Americans, because white liberals, they're okay too. They can do anything. Again, Donald Trump says, why are we taking so many people from those blank hole countries? Horrible story. Oh my gosh, it may ruin him. Chelsea Handler today, on the same day, on basically the same story, says a homophobic quote to Lindsey Graham. Now, I am no Lindsey Graham fan, okay? But the LGBTQ groups are silent today, according to the story on Fox News, regarding a tweet sent by former comedian Chelsea Handler on Wednesday that implied that Republican Senator Lindsey Graham is a closeted gay man who's appeasing Donald Trump instead of coming out of the closet. She wrote, holy F word, blank. Just saw the video of Trump's bipartisan meeting yesterday, Handler tweeted. Hey, at Lindsey Graham, South Carolina, what kind of blank-sucking video do they have of you for you to be acting like this? Wouldn't coming out be more honorable? So somebody in the left who's supposed to be a great champion of gay rights just, I don't know if she outed Lindsey Graham. I don't know if Lindsey Graham is gay or not. But basically saying that the only reason why he would be in a meeting with Donald Trump is because he's gay and they have video of him having sex with a man. And I guess, like Seinfeld would say, not that there's anything wrong with that. None of the LGBT groups, however, have condemned Handler's comments on their Twitter feeds. GLAAD, however, has been quick to condemn conservatives who make similar statements. For example, back in 2013, the organization called for A&E to take action when Duck Dynasty star Phil Robertson made derogatory comments about homosexuality. Last summer's GLAAD's transgender media program director Nick Adams responded to a episode of Survivor immediately after the show aired, when an episode featured contestant Zeke Smith being outed as transgender by a fellow competitor. "It's dangerous and unacceptable to out a transgender person," Adams said at the time. Daily Wire contributor tweeted, "Apparently homophobic slurs are okay as long as they're against Republicans." If a Republican said something like that, they'd be burning down the RNC. Very true. But again, the hypocrisy of the left is never ceasing because it is all based on emotion and not reason and logic. Let's see here. What all you having to say today? Brian is in tears. Why are you in tears, Brian? Danny says, responsibility in reality ladder. Let's see. Bob says, we've never had a real president like Trump. He speaks like a real person. Gail says, I wish he wouldn't have said it. I hope he will repent. Okay. How about over here? Dora says, you are right, Rusty. I let them come. Okay, so this, we need term limits. Johnny said Obama could talk more and say less than anyone on earth. Very true. Dan says, because liberals are socialists, they can say what they want. Conservatives are crucified for their opposing views. Socialist groupthink is at play. Gretchen says, hypocrisy is blatant on the left. Yes. Yes, it is, and it's seen every single day. And the question is, how much do we try to expose it or not? Here's a great attempt. The left trying to attack Donald Trump. CNN really proving that it is not even trying to be a real network anymore, going after Sarah Huckabee Sanders again. Let's hear from the press conference earlier today on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.
Part of that conversation and something that we insist be part of it.
A quick follow-up on FISA. There seems to be a pattern, and correct me if I'm wrong, if there is no pattern, where the president watches something on Fox and Friends and then he tweets about it. Apparently this morning, one of their personalities, Andrew Napolitano, said that this is not a good deal, Mr. President, don't do this. And then he went on Twitter and tweeted about the FISA program. There have been folks out there who have said, you know, there's a cause and effect. He watches something on Fox and Friends, and then he tweets about it. Is that what happened this morning, and does that go on?
I'm sure you're disappointed he's not watching CNN.
I think he watched a lot of CNN, if you don't mind me.
I don't think that's true. Your numbers would be higher. In reference to the question specifically, no, let's not. In response to the question, as I just said, the president has a great deal of understanding. This is top of mind. He was talking about it last week. He is issued a presidential memo on it. So it's not something that just happened this morning. This has been an ongoing discussion and something of great importance. The president doesn't believe that Americans' rights or liberties should be abused, but he certainly believes that Americans should be protected. And he wants to make sure we do both of those things, and that's why he supports the 702, but has concerns concern with FISA more generally. Matthew?
Thanks, Sarah. Sticking on the FISA topic.
Well, at least we're consistent.
Yeah, if you didn't see confusion and contradiction between that first...
Okay, I guess that's it for that clip. You know, it's just about gotcha journalism anymore. Nobody on the left is trying to find out real answers. It's well, Donald Trump's, he watched Fox and Friends. Yeah, so I watch Peaky Blinders, but I don't have it, rule my life. So what? Donald Trump watches Fox News. Okay. He thinks your network is crappy. So do I. Does he react sometimes on things he sees on TV? Okay. Is that bad? I'll ask you. Let's say that, okay, because this is something that was in that book, Fire and Fury, and somebody from BuzzFeed did a study the other day where they watched Fox and Friends and then would watch Trump's Twitter feed, and he would respond pretty close to when they would say things on Fox and Friends. And my question to you is, does it bother you if Donald Trump watches Fox and Friends and comments on Twitter? Is that something we should be concerned with? Yes or no? Is that a concern for you? Gretchen thinks he should watch One America News. It's kind of a boring network, though, isn't it? I mean, no offense. They're nice people. The owner of that network is liberal, from what I understand. But other than that, he watches Fox and Friends. So what? Blake says it doesn't bother him. Let's see here. Vonda says, do not refer to Chelsea as a she. He is a he, period. Oh, you're talking about Chelsea. You're talking about the dude, that the traitor that gave up all those secrets and then Obama let him go because he had a sex change. It's not the same one. Chelsea Handler is a comic, sort of. I never find her funny, but different person, Vonda. Let's see here. Brian says it doesn't bother him that Trump watches Fox and Friends. Let's see here. Barbara says doesn't Fox is start. Daryl says Fox is starting to become a liberal outlet. It is. I agree with that. Daryl watches One America News. Gretchen says no, I love it. He's on top of what's being reported. Tweet on. Reagan says he pushes back when the entire mainstream media completely negative in everything they say about him and completely ignores every great accomplishment. I'm not bothered at all. I love my Fox and Friends in the morning, she says. Anne-Marie says no. Mike says only if he agrees with Shepard. Nobody agrees with Shepard Smith. Nobody. Tony says he watches the one he trusts. Let's see here. Hi, Rusty. That's Miriam from Salina, Kansas. Jose says she's not a comic. She just thinks she is. That's true. Dave says, so what if he watches Fox and Friends? Tammy says, doesn't bother me either. Frank says, I think he should post on Twitter. He's totally transparent. Earl says he's real, and he says he likes the show. Ianu says, I don't care what he watches. And by the way, Obama, obsessed with CNN, obsessed with MSNBC, The Morning Joe. Why was that different? Herman says he can watch whatever he wants and say his opinion because he's president. He doesn't have the same right we all do. I don't think so. Maggie says, I'm glad Fox and Friends tells us the truth. Daryl likes Hannity and Lou Dobbs. Okay. You keep telling me what you think. By the way, have you shared the video today? It's important. Very, very important. We have seen that Twitter, and I've been telling you about this for months now, that Twitter is silencing conservative voices. They're not the only one. It may be another social media company, too, that we're on right now. The only way to go around their dastardly deeds is to share the video. Tell people to watch. Let them know that Rusty Humphries on 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. in the West every night, except I'm not going to be on tomorrow. I'm going to be traveling. Let them know that the truth is spoken here. whether it's truth I like or not, and that you can hear it and you can participate. Wendy thinks Oprah's in the Illuminati Club. Daryl has shared the video. Blake has got my back. Thank you. I appreciate that. Diane shared the video. Thank you. Phyllis thinks he is smart to watch Fox. Fred says, hello, my brother from another mother. I'm live from Jacksonville, USA. How you doing, Fred? Appreciate you. By the way, Diane says, thank you. Have you downloaded the app, Hear Me Out? It's really important. I don't trust Twitter. I don't trust the other social media groups. I do trust Hear Me Out. I do. And it's like Twitter, except you talk. You just say what you think. Say what's on your mind. And it is a way that I can communicate with you and you can communicate with me. Just download it to your phone. Just go to the App Store. If you got an app on an iPhone or an Android, download it. It's called Hear Me Out. It's one long word, Hear Me Out app. And then look for me. Just do a search, #Rusty, and then follow me. And if you type in #Rusty, I'll try to follow you too. And we will be able to communicate. I do stuff a couple times a day. Sometimes serious, sometimes not at all. Sometimes I'm talking about barbecue or movies or whatever. But if we don't have other sources of communication, they will silence us. I promise. And then those emotional pleas by Democrats are going to come out, and it's going to be bad. It is. It's going to be bad. One guy in the fight is a friend of mine, Joe Arpaio. He's thinking about running for Senate out of Arizona. I'm curious on what you think. Joe's not a young man. He's done a good job here in Maricopa County, but I'm curious. I'm going to play this video and get your take as he gets interviewed by someone from AP. What's your thought here on the Rusty Humphries Rebellion?
Yes. Oh, Rita Crosby, great journalist.
Until now, the Republican frontrunner in the race has largely been considered to be Kelly Ward.
Oh, in a month he'll be gone.
Well, that's what he was saying yesterday. He said something.
Oh, in a month I'll be gone. At least I have. So why would that make a difference? You can run for office.
Arpaio spoke to the Associated Press about what would he do if he won.
Like technically.
Well, first of all, I'd like to get on a judiciary committee. I think I qualify for that. If they put me on, if they don't, I'll start my own committees. And my objective is to go there, be independent, come back here and represent the people, and work hard and cooperate with the president. I think I would have an ally with the president, and just try to get some new blood into that chamber. I'm not just a law enforcement guy. Even as a sheriff, I deviated and took up other issues, which I could indirectly connect to the justice system. The campaign, if you want.
I intend on doing that. So.
You have a line.
I have been officially assigned, but they're going to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
They're going to stick me on it.
Hello.
Alrighty.
What do you do? What is this thing like? A video? Is that?
Yeah. It's basically.
Okay. I've been in Sheriff Arpaio's office myself a number of times, not that one. He's not a technology guy. He's proud of that. As a matter of fact, he's very proud of showing you his typewriter that he still uses every day. Do you think, though, that Sheriff Joe, who is, what did I see, 80-something? I pulled it up yesterday. Let me just quickly check. I forget again. How old is Sheriff Joe Arpaio? Man. You want to guess? Okay. Okay, how old is Sheriff Joe Arpaio? Guess right now. This is Jeopardy. Brian thinks he's 78. And don't cheat, by the way. Daryl says 82. Gretchen says 83. Sam says 85. People, you don't cheat. Blake says 70. Johnny says 82. Fred says, he did a good job. Yes, he did do a good job. All right. Mindy says 70. Alice says 80. Couple more guesses. Couple more seconds. Mary says they need young blood, but a conservative. That's true, too. Wendy says 82. Sheriff Joe Arpaio was born June 14th, 1932. Sheriff Joe is 85 years old. And let's not forget, a United States Senator is a 6-year term. I'm not that good in math, but I think that would make him 91 after his first term. I mean, he's spry for 85. Like I said, I've hung out with him. He can't stand for long periods of time. His mind is there. He's sharp. One of the problems, though, is Kelly Ward has been running for a long time. She went up against John McCain and lost. She's trying to do it now. Kelly Ward and Joe Arpaio are going for the same people. And I have a bad feeling they will cancel each other out. This other one lady that's talk about running, I don't know her. And everybody's saying, oh, the Democrat could pick it up. Democrat's not going to pick it up. It's why John McCain wins here. I guess, I don't know. I don't know. I don't, and I apologize. To everybody across the nation, I apologize as a voting citizen of the state of Arizona. I apologize for John McCain and Jeff Flake. I never voted for I didn't vote for either one of them. All right. Running short of time here, but I do want to talk about how America is the only racist nation, of course. How Donald Trump is a bad man because he says that some countries in the world are blank holes. And every other country and religion, those are the ones that we need to be more like. Who loved the movie Wonder Woman? Who thought the woman that played Wonder Woman was smoking hot? All right, well, she's in the news and in trouble today. What? What did she do? Her dress has gotten people angry. Let me show you the dress. I guess there's an award show going on last night or something. Anyway, okay, so look at the dress. Can you tell me why this dress has people angry? I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm going, she looks smoking hot in it. Is it because she looks too good in it? She's showing skin? I don't know. Nope, that's not what it is, my friend. Let's take a look. Why are people angry? Well, the Wonder Woman star was photographed at the New York event wearing the blue cut-out Ellie Saab dress to the annual gala from the designer's ready-to-wear spring-summer collection. But the revealing thigh-high slit and abdomen cutout weren't what drew ire from the designer's fans on Instagram. It was the actress wearing it. Wonder Woman, Gadot, what is her name? Gal Gadot? I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. She is an Israeli and an ex-Israel Defense Forces combat trainer. Saab is a Lebanese fashion designer. The two countries have been at war since the Israeli-Lebanon conflict in 1948. Tensions have continued to be strained. Lebanon has boycotted Israel since 1955 and has refused to trade with the Middle East nation. In 2017, Lebanon actually banned the film Wonder Woman because of Gadot's role. So in other words, The reason they don't like her is racism. They don't like her because they're racist. The Muslims in Lebanon, because they cannot take over Israel, and I've been on that border, by the way. You would not believe the mansions that are on the border between Israel and Lebanon. And by the way, the mansions aren't in Israel. The mansions are in Lebanon. Huge mansions. All with is it the Hezbollah flag, I think? All with the flag, the anti-Israeli flag. You see, they're not happy because the Israelis, they came and they bought the land in the early 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s. They bought land, and it was swamp. It was unfarmable. It was a mess. And they actually turned it into something. And when they turned it into something, the people who were living there, who called themselves Palestinians, who actually were the Philistines from back in biblical times, well, wait a second, that's not fair. It's our land. What are you talking about? We bought it, said the Israelis, said the Jews, said the people that settled, the pioneers of that time. We bought it. Oh, well, that's not fair. That's not fair. And because that's not fair, we want our land back. And they went, no. And then World War I happened and World War II, and it just got worse. And then, the things have happened, and now Israel actually went to war a couple times, won those battles. That's still not good enough. Still not good enough. So we have to continue to deal with the racism from Muslim countries because, and by the way, very racist. First, they don't like everybody else. And then they hate each other. Shias and Sunnis, they hate each other. And if you're a black Muslim, oh my goodness, it just never, ever stops. So anyway, so they can't like Wonder Woman, and they're mad at the designer because he's from Lebanon and she's Jewish. But nothing wrong with that, right? Okay. Anyway, do me a favor, would you please? I'm about to check out. Would you check in if you haven't yet? I want to say hi to you. I want to give you a little love, a little goodbye. I'll be gone tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday, I think. Doing a little traveling, doing a little work, a little business. Will you please do me a favor and follow me? Please follow me on the HearMeOut app. It's more important than you think. It's not just about communication. It's instead of me going, will you please send me money, like most other talk shows online are doing, go to Patreon and send me money, subscribe. You don't have to do that. Just go and follow me in the HearMeOut app. That'll help out a lot, okay? And it's a lot of fun. And you put up comments, I'll listen to them. Dude, just type in #Rusty, and I'll follow you, okay? So if you do that, I would appreciate it. We've got some nice deplorables. Alice is there, and Johnny's there. Jesse is there. Cynthia is there. Gail is an Atlanta deplorable. How you doing, Gail? Tyler's there. Jan is in KCMO. Hi, Jan. Go get me some Gates barbecue, would you? Hi, may I help you? Alan's there. Says first time watching. Thank you very much. By the way, if you missed some of this, as soon as this video's over, it starts over again on Facebook. You can watch it or you can listen to it on your phone. Just go to podcasts and look for me, Rusty Humphries. Download the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. This show will be up in about 10 minutes. It's that easy. Daryl says, have a good evening, a safe trip. Jeneville says, I used to like Wonder Woman. Mary Gretchen says, oh, brother, what a dumb reason they were mad at Wonder Woman. I agree with them. All right. That's it. You guys rock. Oh, Brian is a first-timer from Western North Carolina. You rock. Rebecca's in Denton, Texas. I used to live in Farmers Branch. We were neighbors. Rebecca. Genevilia is in New Jersey. All of you guys, you're awesome. Stand tall. Stand for what you believe in. Don't allow the media to manipulate you using emotion. Don't fall for the lies that the Democrats and Hollywood are putting out there. You're too smart for it. And the only way we can beat them is by standing up and exposing their lies and their deceit. One of the ways to do it is share this video and tell your friends. Reagan there, Fred there. Fred is at Roost Chris Steakhouse in Jacksonville. Mike checking in Georgia. Rebecca giving us some hearts. You guys are great. May God bless you. May God bless America. My name is Rusty Humphries, and this is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.